is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me.
Talking Heads with Marty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Jerkers Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
And them girlfriend a link up. Dog where you did that when they think tough. No food, clean water fi drink up. Now me and the dog them a link up. Big truck, 20-inch rim, just a spin up.
The Tuesday, September 12th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty in your company right up until 6 p.m. Hope you got a good Tuesday going on for you so far. We made that school run and our work run as much fun as possible. We got some great conversation lined up for you today. We will be checking in with Freeport in short order. It is Tuesday, so we will get the Grand Bahama report going on, the Freeport report. All right, and then, of course, right after we wrap that up, I'll open up the lines because we got some things we really got to talk about. Yeah. And speaking of talking about, you know how to chime in. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Here in New Providence, toll free. In any one of these family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969. BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And, of course, you can follow us on all social media. Guardian Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right? Guardian Radio 96 on Twitter. Guardian Radio 969 on Instagram, all right? And, of course, Talking Heads on Facebook as well. Like the page, share the page. All right. So, like I said, I hope your Tuesday is going good for you so far. I got all kinds of things dropping in the studio, man. What's going on here? We'll figure it out later. Got to hit you up with your trivia, first and foremost. Get that out of the way. And y'all did well yesterday. But none of y'all got the answer right. And y'all did everything from spices to cutlery to cookware to appliances to everything. But you know what y'all forgot? The good old-fashioned kitchen magnets. But you got all over your fridge. Bet you got a magnet on your fridge right now. One way, shape, or form. Thank you very much. Thank you. I know. So let's try it again today. Thinking caps on. Playing for Joker's Wild Party passes. And, of course, you know, once you win them, you'll be able to use those passes when we reopen in October. Of course, September, we're closed for vacations. You know, things slow down across the bridge in September, so we slow down too. We'll pick it back up in October, all right? But those tickets will be good. You can use them then. It's all GOOD good. Now, in addition to that, we got Dunkin' Donuts coupons and lunch or dinner your choice from Naughty Johnny's. That's what you're playing for, all right? Now, here's what you're working with. That's a good one. But see, if I give you all that one, y'all could Google that right away, because I know a lot of y'all are Googleators. Wow. That's a deep one here, hey? Recent survey of 100 Bahamian women between the ages of 21 and 50. Survey revealed that 32% admitted to being one of these. Yeah, being employed as one of these. 32% admitted to be employed as one of these. What were they employed as? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. Let's see where you end up with that one. You got between now and news in the top of the 5 o'clock hour to get your answers in. and to get your answers on. Hey, listen, I don't care if it's a silly answer. If you don't know the answer to the question, you can call it whatever you want. Just remember now, don't call the answer silly if you didn't get it. If you didn't get it, I guess I make you silly too, eh? Me for the question and you for the answer. All right. Try work on today's trivia text, though. Don't worry about yesterday's. No, not a banker or a waitress. All right, we're going to get into the headliners. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. All right? Who was making headlines in the 242 was blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844 in short order. I see we got a call. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, they produce in lashes. 31% of them produce in lashes, long lashes.
Long lashes?
Yeah, they produce in lashes. There's a lash applicator.
You say a makeup artist?
No lashes, not no makeup. Them big fan.
No, none of them.
Pompon on the front of their head.
No, none of them. None of them. Wrong.
Oh.
Go back on the Eastern Road and find a better answer and call me back. Well, you know, these Dolphin fans, they've been 1 year in Grammy. Eastern Road goes ape, you know what. Anyway, like I said, what's blazing up the page of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. As soon as we get through this, we'll get right down to the Grand Bahama Report, all right? Because as you know, each and every Tuesday, you get the supplement in the Guardian. Buy the paper, get the supplement, obviously. Every Tuesday, the Grand Bahama News brings you the Grand Bahama Report. So we're going to definitely check that out. All right, but remember, new arrivals in stock right now at all Fine Threads locations. Top at Hill Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza. And both of those locations are available for you at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. All right? Don't forget, as soon as we get through the news, in the Grand Bahama Report, we'll be getting into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And, of course, you know, I'll have the Global Woman coming up a little bit later on, brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And don't forget, it's Tuesday, so it's Crazy Tuesday. Get those 5 pieces of chicken for $10. Yes, mix them up and go love yourself. Let them do the cooking for you tonight. It's always finger licking good. And toward the bottom of the hour, you know, got my Dunkin' coffee break as well, getting you ready for the 5 o'clock hour. But right now, looking at these headliners, Deputy Prime Minister, thousands more jobs coming. Cooper says $7 billion in investments coming down the pipeline. FDI, fastest way to grow economy. Cooper says surveys have gotten more accurate. Ooh, I'm glad you're coming on the show next Wednesday, Mr. Cooper. I appreciate you accepting the invitation. We'll see you next Wednesday. And we'll talk about a few of these things. I'm good with you on the investments. I just need to with surveys. All right. In meeting with investors, Davis touts opportunities in the Bahamas. Teen shown on viral video being roughed up by police files complaint. And I'll be honest with you. I'm seeing some other videos circulating from earlier today. I'm trying to confirm if they're actual factual, but it looks like that incident's occurring again, if those videos are actually correct. But don't quote me on them yet. I'll get back to you. I'm doing a little research, a little due diligence. No. Who said call girl? Where's your mind at? And don't send a little Medea sticker with it like that makes it better. It makes it worse, actually. All right. Chime on in. Let me know what you think about those headlines right there. Let's get to Freeport, the Grand Bahama Report. We got Sarah Kirkby chiming in. Sarah, what's good? How are you? Welcome. All is well?
Sorry, I had technical difficulties. I forgot to turn my mic on.
That's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Glad to have you. I know Darren's traveling today.
I was just laughing too hard about the Medea comment.
There you go. It made it worse, though, honestly. But I know Darren's traveling today, and you're here to chime in.
He left me and went off to Bimini. I'm mad.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You would leave him and go to Bimini, too, if it was your turn to travel.
This is true.
So at least I appreciate no denial whatsoever.
No denial. No.
I know you and Darren were part of the education seminar on the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, though, right? I want you to speak on that a little bit before we get into the Grand Bahama Report.
I have to say the turnout was fabulous last night. We had over 170 licensees attend, and everyone was really lovely. It was a really good educational seminar that went over the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. A lot of people don't quite understand how it works, how it started, what the Port Authority, sorry, I should say, the regulator of the Grand Bahama Port Authority under Wallace Groves, what he had to do in order for it to come into fruition. So we went through it from 1955, I think it's 55, all the way through to current state. What the Port Authority had to do, what the concessions were, what bills they had to pay towards the government, what the government requested, and we went through it, also going through it through various government entities and what changes. So it was very good, and I think what we're trying to do really is just form more of an educated licensee group so that we can be what we're supposed to be, which is a third entity to this agreement. It's the regulators, the Port Authority, the government, and then the licensees. And the licensees are a part of that. So we really need to make sure everyone's quite aware of that. We'll be having other educational seminars as we work our way around the island. This was just the first one for us to see how it went. And I have to say, everybody was really super. We know that, it was referenced very heavily to us that, we need to sometimes just stop waiting for things or someone to rescue you. And you need to be, a lot like Abaco has, or a lot like a Lutheran Exhum, and get things done yourselves. So we were, told that a lot last night. And also we need to come together as a group more instead of just individually just having issues with things and work together. So I think that's a really good thing that's going to happen out of this for us as a group. And we issued a statement today, so hopefully the media will carry that tomorrow. And just very proud of all the people that spoke and everybody who came and attended the event. Everyone was really had great talks with each other. And, we all want to see Grand Bahama succeed. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. We believe it's a beautiful city to live in. We don't want to go anywhere else, but we need things, certain things to happen for the government and the Port Authority to work together with the Hawksbill Creek Agreement to be in place for it to prosper like it should.
Well, I think the most important step is dialogue to get
Yes.
it going. And I think, like you said, last night was a good indicator of that.
It was.
And I think that now, things have been put into context a little bit for clarity. People can understand the agreement a little bit better, especially those who aren't from Grand Bahama, who get the report and who get the statement from you guys, and it'll put it into better perspective.
Yeah.
And hopefully for
I don't think people realize the benefits how the Hawksbill Creek Agreement has worked over the years, how it has built up the city, and how the actual laws of them dictate to us. So the benefits are there. We just want it to work, and we just want that cohesiveness between the
what
government
I like
and the Port Authority.
is you've gotten the citizenry involved.
Yeah.
So now you guys are like the little bridge, the conduit between the government and the Port Authority. And I think at least you'll have a say now in the conversation. And hopefully, you could be like Marley back in the day, Bring Mandela and Siaga together and let them hug. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's make it happen.
And everybody loves it here. And we've got some fantastic opportunities happening. So we really need to capitalize on those. And we know once the government gets this airport going, and I know the DPM has been on the radio talking about that. So we really are, hoping that's going to happen soon. And they get the hotel, which is, the largest hotel property on our island going. Then we feel these are other key things that will tie in with Carnival, that will tie in with the Weller Development Six Senses. And then hopefully we're all hearing about this possibility with RCL and MSC at the harbor and more happening there. Then these are all key things that will happen and bring us, back to life again, we hope.
Well, yeah, because as I look at other headlines, you do need to come back to life in other areas. And East Grand Bahama children still waiting for schools.
Yeah.
McLeanstown opening postponed. A new High Rock school is still on the drawing board.
Yeah. You have.
Weren't these things promised? Wasn't a new school promised on the campaign trail?
I believe so. I believe things were changed. If you read through the story, you're going to see what happened. It's a shame because they do have to drive so far. I mean, we realize we don't have the traffic issues, you guys. We just have that length of a longer drive. And it's a lot for these kids to go through. And then I like what one of the parents said, it also messes up extracurricular activities, sports and things like that.
Well, maybe if they gave, maybe if they stopped giving, because I hear, certain busing contracts were given out down there, allegedly, to cronies. Why don't you give out a busing contract to a company that's certifiable and with the proper vehicles that could, deliver kids to school into extracurricular activities, since it's such a great distance? and you don't have the traffic we do, like you said, but boy, y'all got a lot of distance in between point A and point B and point C.
Yeah, we do. And it's a lot for these kids, especially for young kids. And they need to have that. If anything from COVID, we've all learned that they need to get away from their computers.
But if they
need to
haven't
get out there
developed
playing
anything or
sports,
built
you
anything
know?
back up as it should be in those settlements, then of course they need to get out and have a way to get out of that environment
Yeah, they do.
until
And
it's restored.
yeah, and so, I'm hoping, I know they're working on it really hard. I see that Kwesi's agitating. I am a big fan, I'll be honest, of Mr. Ivan Butler. He's a lovely gentleman, and so pleased that he's in the position he's in. So I do hope that they're working hard to make this happen. I don't know what the financial constraints are. That's, not my job, but I'm hoping it gets sorted out and we do get these schools going. I mean, we've had a lot happen out in the East, and they've had a lot of rebuild, but it takes a long time to, as you can see from the front cover picture of what they went from, to get back to where they are, especially with schools. It's important. So I hope they work on it.
I hope they work on it too, because obviously those kids need obviously they need the schools, obviously,
Yeah.
but in
Yeah.
addition to that, the way to get extracurricular activities going on too, especially sports.
We
Let me
really-
throw that in there. Hint, hint, hint. Baseball, soccer, basketball. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's imperative to kids and makes them fully rounded kids. So I'm all for it. And sports are great. So I love it. So, and it's important. Anyway, we will digress and go on to the other stories. So, the prop club, did you ever have you ever seen the Lucayan property when it was fully engaged?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, back in the day, we had an event over there with a radio station. When we first came in, I think we had lunch at the prop club.
Did you? It was a great place. It's a beautiful spot. And it's nice to see it.
But that was in a
opening up again.
galaxy far, far away, a long, 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 long time ago.
I remember when they had the Pirates parties there. Every time they made the films, they would go and have their big after parties at the prop club. And I met Jerry Bruckheimer there. It was amazing.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
I know. 'Cause
This
he
is
lived
another
in
Jerry
Freeport.
Bruckheimer film.
I know, but it was great. When the Pirates movies were here, I mean, you couldn't even get in these places. They were so packed. It was fantastic.
I won't lie, Sarah.
Yeah,
I'm feeling a little let down on that. I was waiting for you to say that's where I met Johnny Depp, but I got Jerry Bruckheimer instead.
No,
We'll take it.
Johnny Depp didn't actually show up to the event. Only the grade B stars, the big ones.
And that was
didn't show,
pre-Amber
but,
Turd, so
hey,
you might have had a shot,
Well, unfortunately, I was married at that time.
All right, well, I retract that then.
But I'm sure I just absolutely made Jerry Bruckheimer smile. I'm sure I did.
All right, so glad to know the prop club is back, and the menu looks good, like awesome. I'm looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
The fare
Yeah,
looks
looks good.
absolutely
So-
divine.
It's a nice addition, and I believe they're also going to open up the shopping area and the street access to there, which everyone's been talking about. So that's the
Prop
good
club,
news.
I can tell you now, if that food tastes as good as it looks, when I come Grand Bahama, y'all can see me.
Oh, good. Well, we got lots of places to take you,
All right.
including when you come in. You got to fly through
Western Air, new terminal. Look at that.
Dude, it is gorgeous. They are so on the ball. It really is beautiful. I went through there on Saturday, and it's as fabulous as it was before. It made it even nicer. It's gorgeous, and it's so great to have this great operational airport. Western Air is really on the ball. I mean, I left 20 minutes early to get to Nassau, and I left 30 minutes early to get back to Freeport. I mean, you have to check in on time on Western Air, else they're going to leave you.
Yeah, well, I'm liking it. I am liking it. It looks good. And it looks like
It
a
is,
good
and
terminal.
all in their signature colors. It is bright and clean. And what's really great, they've got a kids area, but they've also got like a work area. So when you go in, you can sit there and get when you're waiting, which isn't long. And then they've got a nice bar and food concession now, which they didn't have because we were just in these, in the part-time buildings until they got in. So we didn't have any concessions. So now it's nice that they have that. And if I can say so, I just want to make note, we have lots of classified ads, which I'm very pleased about, which means people are really advertising with us. So I want to say, yay.
Good job. Always good when you got advertisers.
It is always good. We keep it going. And then you see, if you turn over, you'll find out that we have Walsum did I think it's their fourth set of students now, which is bringing up their students now to 200.
They had the white coat
medical
ceremony.
students. The white coats, yep, it's great. And Dr. Laura, who you'll see in the pictures, Dr. Laura Welk, she is an amazing lady who's keeping this all going here in Freeport. And they really are expanding so well. And the thing is, it's the business they're bringing to the island as well, because these students all need accommodation. So housing is going up, and they're looking for more housing. I mean, the goal is eventually they'll have 1,000 kids here every year. So it's huge for us.
Yeah,
and it's great.
it's a global community for sure. I had to do a double take because I'm looking at the picture of the white coat ceremony. I was like, is that Osama? And then I realized it's
No.
not. But thank you.
just got
I had to take a double take. Well, I had to double take with that bill. I was like, hold on. I've heard conspiracy theories that Osama's alive. Is he now at Western Atlantic, medical, getting a degree?
Get up with it September 11th. the
No,
day
but
before.
congratulations to all of those white coat recipients, and now they're
Yeah.
on their way into the medical fraternity
And the first
as
graduates are on their
practitioners.
way, so it's great. And they couldn't say nicer things, so it's good. And then our eyesore, unfortunately, is the Victoria Inn, which it's just, unfortunately, it's on a main highway.
Wow.
It's something that needs to get changed. And
My
we
goodness,
really
that's what's becoming the Victoria Inn, Sarah?
Yes, and it would make the most amazing Airbnb or just you don't have to have people that come here all the time don't have to stay on the beach. They don't mind staying in other hotel areas. So it's a shame it's gone down. And we did have a meeting with the Port Authority the other day, and we talked about the way the island looks. And unfortunately, they say they're waiting for government to make some changes in the laws. And believe it or not, I can't even tell you how long it is. It was so frustrating for them, and for me. I was like, come on, we've got to do better. We've got to give our government, our regulator here more teeth in order to clean our island up. You can't improve and make it look like a mess. And this is something tourists are going by on a major highway, midshipman, that goes to all of our beach concessions. So, beach areas. So it's got to change.
It has to.
Yeah,
But
it really, really has to.
But it's still a good week, though. A lot of good, not too much bad in the ugly. You know what I mean?
No, not too much bad and the ugly. And I know everyone's working towards a good cause. But thank you so much for letting me talk about the Concerned Freeport Licensee Association. It's just really getting us together, making sure our people know how everything works here and improving our island. That's the goal at the end of the day.
At
We
the end of the
really
day-
want to make Grand Bahama bloom.
And that's what it's all about. Appreciate you as always. I will talk with you
Thank
and
you.
Darren next Tuesday.
Great.
And we'll chop
nice
it
to
up.
talk to you.
All right? And good stuff.
Well, I'll
Now,
be tuning in. I got to see who won today. I love the quizzes.
oh, we got a winner already. I'll let you know. We did have a winner. We had a lot of good answers come in, but the actual answer I was looking for was babysitter. And we finally got babysitter. I had some other
That's it.
colorful answers as well, too.
I'm sure.
But I'll leave that alone.
All right.
All right, but
Thanks,
y'all,
darling.
no problem. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to Freeport again soon. All right, Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back at you. I got the buzz, brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. We'll check out the Global Woman, brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau, and get into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break. All on the flip side of the break, and the lines are open. Holla at your boy.
Calling all junior and senior high school students, you could win a brand new iPad for the new school year. Enter the Plato Alpha Design Essay Competition. All you have to do is write a strong and convincing essay on the topic, what does going digital mean to you? For junior high students, your word limit is 1,000 words. For senior high students, your word limit is 1,500 words. To enter, email your essay along with your name, school, and grade level, as well as your parents' contact information to alpha@platoalpha.com by Friday, September 22nd. The winners will be announced on Guardian Radio on September 29th. The winner for each category walks away with a brand new iPad. It's the Plato Alpha Design Essay Competition, powered by Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Bix has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Wherever you are in the world, Cleveland Clinic's world-class care is here for you. From Ohio to Florida to London, Cleveland Clinic treats thousands of patients every year. Ranked number 2 in the world by Newsweek, you can trust our caregivers to enhance your experience across each step of your treatment journey. For every care in the world, learn more at clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Put your best foot forward this school year by shopping at John's for your back-to-school foot care needs. From toddlers to college students, have your child looking smart in a pair of Hush Puppies, Sperry, Easy, Strider brand styles, and many more. Durable and sharp, the kids will step with confidence all year. Need socks and a belt? We've got you covered. And don't forget a new backpack and lunch containers. You can find all this and more at the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street and Carmichael Road. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Ready to experience a classic Dunkin' Donut as the ultimate coffee delight? The new Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte is the perfect balance of sweetness and indulgence. Savor freshly brewed bowl espresso, creamy milk, rich dark chocolate and vanilla flavors, all topped with whipped cream and drizzled with chocolate. Available hot or iced. The Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte has the taste sensation to make your heart sing. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
We can need some help, Mr. Producer. This one doesn't give up the ghosts. Yeah. I know they used to be doing this microphone and headphone. They believe this the playground at school. They jungle gym and monkey bar and slide and I know. But right now, I can't hear a thing and I can't reach. Anyway, hold on. And to say something, Mr. Producer, I can work it out. You can make it happen. I'm multi-talented, you know. You all bear with me. We had a technical difficulty here. Now you got it all organized? Yeah. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We good now? I'm a professional, multi-talented man. This ain't my first rodeo. I'll tell you this though. I know there's a mother host there to make you get up and get that headphone. Not me. Oh, Lord. All right, let's get up into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And what you all buzzing on? Let me know. All right? Let me know what's going on. There's a lot of things out there that's popping off. A lot of things swirling on social media. And you know, I don't like to jump right into what you see on social media. Because people like lie. But there's a lot of things swirling. And one that won't go away, that continues to pop up, and the conversation continues to be had. And yesterday I mentioned it, and folks touched on it. But again, teen shown on viral video being roughed up by police files complaint. Now, my whole thing with that is, shouldn't those officers be trained enough in conflict resolution as part of their job to know they don't have to drape up a teenager like that? And then his younger sister detained along with him? For what? For what? I think those two officers on the video in question, since they are so fired up, then you need to put them on the front line. Let them take a bite out of the real serious criminals out there. Within the context and within the framework of the law, obviously. For lack of a better word, I don't like to see bullying in any way, shape, or form, and that's what that looked like to me. For what? For lack of a better way to say it, get them on the front lines, let them pick on somebody their own size. And do themselves a favor and do the community a favor by bringing in the criminals. Earn as many points with this point system as you can. Like today, Tales from the Hood. I got a report out of Chippenham. I got to talk to Pearlie on this one too. I got a report out of Chippenham, Kermit. All kind of police car, big chase, going from Broome Street, across Meadow Street, into Chippenham, all over. People ask me, what you think caused that? What you think caused that? Right now, you know what I think, right? The point system. Somebody won that bonus. Somebody started doing math. Resisting arrest. Annoying an officer. Absconding. All type of stuff. All kind of vehicular violations. You know some cop was running this in, right? And tally this up, partner. Squatty. There's been 1,400 points right here. Man, we give you that bonus for this man. Let's go, Squatty. That's why that happened. The points. They're trying to hit the bonus points, boy. You all still answering the question? That's nice, but we got to win a long time. It was babysitter. Naughty, no Bahamian administration in history brought more hardships on Bahamians than the brave Davis administration. Most of it was avoidable. They didn't realize fiscal prudence when they came to office, making world tours and hiring a bunch of useless consultants. How do you really feel, Dexter? I got you, though. I hear you loud and clear. I'm still trying to figure out the survey. Trying to the poll. Who was actually polled in that? Because my phone never rang in that survey. I'm just saying. And to say 60% popularity rating, well, hey, hold on now. Where, what, why, when, and who? Let me know. Because at the end of the day, I needs to know. I can't figure it out. I need some help. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on, Naughty?
What's going on, 52?
I call it talk football, but just because it's before the hour, I'll make a comment, right? To be honest with you, right? When me and Lil Man sitting down watching football, right? He's one, right, Naughty?
Mm-hmm.
He's be so quiet, they wonder what's going on. Like when he's in front of the big screen, like, you know, you have a little 32-inch in the room, and then my bro got one in the front room. You know, I don't really check for it. These are 42-inch or 50-inch. I don't even care, because but I mean, he's just get quiet. I don't know.
What, does he get enthralled and watch the game? Is he into the game?
Well, he won, so I know. But, you know, I just got to call him Lil Man now.
But hold on, you might have
girls to be boys now, so I got to let that.
Yeah, sing that in. I bet you. But listen, I think you might have a little prodigy on your hands, man. You know, he might take to the game already. You might not be able to know it. He might not be able to communicate because he's one. But
he can be big.
Boy, he might be looking right there and saying, boy, one day I want to lay some people out on this field too. You never know.
Yeah, he got legs like his man. He built like Jerome Bettis.
Well,
but the joke is, right, Naughty?
Okay, I can leave that, yeah.
Guess what the joke is on the, what did you say, the survey, right?
Yeah, 52, you good with numbers, man. Help me with that, man. Break it down, please.
But just, you know, any statistician could come to the public and show you how they could, you know, like I explained during the pandemic, the difference between absolute risk reduction and relative risk reduction, right? So when you look at data integrity, fudging data, dredging data, whatever word they want to use, right? The new study, well, you know, the real study shows that people who are vaccinated are catching COVID more than people who are unvaccinated, right? But
Right.
when you hear the CDC come on the radio, what they say, the study shows, you hear all of them, Kamala Harris and all the people in the likes, the study shows that people who are vaccinated are safe and they are unlet. Man, you know, this is such BS. And they'll, the ignorant masses, right, whoever they are, right, they will be subterfuged out of their minds. They will never know reality anymore because these people own the radio stations and they, it's like they won't own the people now. The people can't even think for themselves. People are falling out and dying. Let's say if I make a statement, I say, since they invented cars, more people were dying from diabetes. That's something that's vague, but it's the truth between association and cause. All right? Driving the car doesn't cause diabetes, right? But post automation, people have been getting diabetes more, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing with what they telling you. They controlling our minds, man. This is what it is. This is a mind control game, yo. That's all this is, Naughty. So the survey to me, right, is BS. Have a good day.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. 52. All right, I thought it was just me. All right, let's check some of these texts right now. Naughty, man, them police was on some UN human rights sanction kind of vibes. I almost thought we were in an African republic. It was like that? Naughty, you need to host your own survey asking the same question and report the results. Somebody organize it, man. Let's make it happen. And let's do it. Let's, part proceeds go to charity, You got to do the survey. You got to pay a quarter for it, and that quarter goes to charity. That way I know if you're paying a quarter to answer it, I get an honest answer from you. Or I get a lie, but at least we make a quarter for charity. Hey! No, maybe we should do something like that. I'll mull it over. I'll think about it. It's a good suggestion. Very good. Thanks, Dexter. All right, 4:53 p.m. is the time. Let's take the break. All right, don't forget it's Crazy Tuesday at KFC. All right, be sure to check them out. You get 5 pieces of chicken, $10. Mix it up as you like it. Get it original, get it spicy, get it mixed, get it barbecue. It's all GOOD good. And while you're running around out there, don't forget, man, you can run on Dunkin'. All right, and it's all about, all right, that strawberry cheesecake latte. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. You all need to get that. All right, you all really need to get that. Yeah. It's like, man, I need to go. Mr. Producer, you think I can make it between now and downtown and back by the end of the news? I could use one of them, You ever had one of them? My God, you don't know what you're missing, boy. You do not know what you are missing, all right? That is just like a little bit of, a little bit of decadence in your mouth. All right? I'm telling you, it's just absolute delight. It really pops. It really does. Dunkin' has, every once in a while, Dunkin' will get something that'll come on the menu. It just gets me instantly addicted. Obviously, the butter pecan. When the butter pecan roll in, forget it. I try and drink up all of that and eat up all of them butter pecan donuts, before anybody. Real talk. No shame in my game. However, then they come along with, the strawberry cheesecake latte. And now, oh, God, listen, look at this. Look at this. As if I couldn't get enough. You done get me hooked on the strawberry cheesecake latte, right? All right? The iced latte was the bomb. Now look what y'all gone and done to me, Dunkin'. The Boston cream iced latte. Dear God, take me now to Dunkin'. Boston cream iced latte. Y'all gone there, Dunkin'? That's why I love running on Dunkin'. Oh, Lord. When I get off here today, some Boston cream latte getting beat bad. All right. So, with that being said, Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. And we're going straight to the news, right? We'll go straight to the news, flip side of the news. We will be talking sports in the 5 o'clock hour. Pearlie will be in the building. Everybody who chimed in the first hour, good stuff. All my callers, all my texters. And I want to thank everybody in Grand Bahama for chiming in and Sarah Kirkby for chiming in. And we'll be back at you right after the break. Don't touch it.
Ready to experience a classic Dunkin' Donut as the ultimate coffee delight? The new Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte is the perfect balance of sweetness and indulgence. Savor freshly brewed bowl espresso, creamy milk, rich dark chocolate and vanilla flavors, all topped with whipped cream and drizzled with chocolate. Available hot or iced. The Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte has the taste sensation to make your heart sing. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
What would you do with extra cash? Plan a trip.
Overhaul my wardrobe.
With CIBC First Caribbean, you can get comfy with savings on your mortgage costs. Buy or build your home or switch your mortgage to us and get up to US $1,000 off the loan application fee. Up to US $2,000 off home insurance. With up to US $10,000 towards switching costs, your pockets will be comfy too. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/get comfy for more information. Conditions apply.
Get the flavor explosion that'll satisfy all your bacon cravings. The KFC Sweet and Smoky Bacon Sandwich from the fried chicken experts features 2 crispy strips of bacon on a premium 100% white meat chicken filet, layered with 2 slices of cheese, smoky chipotle mayo, and our secret surprise, sweet bacon jam, all stacked on a buttery brioche bun. Experience the sweet and smoky explosion today, as it's here for a limited time. KFC Sweet and Smoky Bacon Sandwich. It's finger-licking good.
Loss of family members is very isolating, and people who have experienced loss appreciate when others have shared their grief. If you can't be there in person, go to the Nassau Guardian's website online at thenassauguardian.com and visit our obituary link. The Nassau Guardian's interactive obituary link allows you to read the funeral announcement, express condolences, or place photos on the online guest book for 1 full year. Losing a loved one is painful, but that pain isn't the worst thing to happen. Friends, loved ones, colleagues, and neighbors who ignore the loss compound the pain. Should the bereaved family wish to place the obituary and photos on our obituary site, just contact the Guardian's Funeral Industry Partners or the Nassau Guardian. Remember, there isn't one magic right thing to say to someone experiencing loss that will make the loss less painful or easier to bear. The Nassau Guardian's obituary link, available online at thenassauguardian.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Calling all junior and senior high school students. You could win a brand new iPad for the new school year. Play-Doh Alpha Design Essay Competition. All you have to do is write a strong and convincing essay on the topic, what does going digital mean to you? For junior high students, your word limit is 1,000 words. For senior high students, your word limit is 1,500 words. To enter, email your essay along with your name, school, and grade level, as well as your parents' contact information to alpha@platoalpha.com by Friday, September 22nd. The winners will be announced on Guardian Radio on September 29th. The winner for each category walks away with a brand new iPad. It's the Play-Doh Alpha Design Essay Competition, powered by Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads, the Tuesday, September 12th edition continues right now. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. 5:12 p.m. is the time. Pearly chiming in. What's going on, Pearly?
I'm right there trying to steer the trouble.
Yeah, I hear that. Because Aaron Rodgers stayed out of some trouble yesterday.
Well,
We'll get to that. Let me get the day in sports history out of the way, brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget it. Happy hour every Wednesday, every Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. at Naughty Johnny's. Great highballs, great food specials. Be sure to check them out. Always worth the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. And on this day, September 12th, in sports history, 1979, Carl Yastrzemski of the Boston Red Sox became the first American League player to get 3,000 career hits and 400 career home runs. 1984, Michael Jordan signed a 7-year contract to play basketball with the Chicago Bulls. 1984, Dwight Gooden of the New York Mets set a rookie strikeout record with his 251st strikeout of the season. 2002, a judge announced that a jury would have to decide who would get the ball that Barry Bonds hit for his record 73rd home run. The ownership of the ball with an estimated value of $1 million was being disputed between two men that had been in the bleachers. 2006, Rick DiPietro of the New York Islanders signed a 15-year contract worth $67.5 million. Sports quote of the day: you can see a lot by observing. Yogi Berra.
The Yogi.
The Yogster. You can see a lot by observing. Anyway.
He had some interesting quotes in his day.
Yes, indeed.
So what's happening, Naughty?
Boy, what's happening, Pearly? A lot going on in the world of sports.
Well,
Let's jump right into who's in and who's out. Brought to you by Tropical Gyros. We know who's out.
Yep, we know who's out.
Listen.
The New York really is taking things to the limit, 9/11, you had to really break another jet down on 9/11.
Listen, that's corny. I saw that tweet, okay? And I was waiting. I said, there's going to be one cornball that comes out with this. Why did it have to be you, Pearly?
You don't have to be me. I had to be that guy.
I saw it and I was like, dear God.
But on a serious note, I think,
what I thought was funnier was the highlight video of Aaron Rodgers' 2023 season highlights with him running out with the flag, and then by the time he gets it, that's it.
Yeah. But as a Dolphin fan, you hate the Jets, but I really don't. I feel for Jet fans.
Listen, I can be honest with you. No, I can be honest with you, Pearly. We've talked. I never wish a career-ending injury on any athlete.
No.
On or off the court, no matter how much I hate them. But in this instance, injuries are part of the game.
Yeah.
I saw J.K. Dobbins get an Achilles tear the same way on Sunday before because the tackle was not extraordinary. Looked like a regular tackle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously the way the weight was displaced, Dobbins heard a pop. He knew instantly something was wrong. Rodgers looked last night when he got up, and you saw the look on his face, and then he went back down.
Yeah.
That wasn't no ankle. I was like, that's an Achilles.
Yeah. I thought so too. When they say ankle, I was like, nah.
Now, I watched it, and then I saw them take him off in the boot, and I knew it was going to be an Achilles diagnosis. And then the comedian hat came on, and for all those times you punked my Dallas Cowboys, for all them loudmouth New York Jets fans that instantly overnight thought they were going to guaranteed win the Super Bowl because he was there. And for all the whiny cheeseheads that supported Rodgers killing my Cowboys over the years, unceremoniously pouring salt in my wounds.
But on a serious note, I think his career is done.
Yeah, he's done. He's 39. He doesn't need to come back from this.
It ain't worth it.
It's not. It's not. If he's 29, different story. Yeah. Not in this case scenario. The best scenario now is to see if he's going to earn the money by mentoring and tutoring Zach Wilson. Seems like they got a little chemistry there, a little bond. Wilson looks up to him, so let's see. I also know Rodgers to be...
Wilson didn't look that bad last night. He looked a lot better than he looked last year.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I want to see if Rodgers is that guy that follows through and pays it forward, or if he's the prima donna that some say he is.
We'll see.
And they'll just rehab away from the team.
But, you know, I want all Jet fans to know your Super Bowl hopes are done. Your playoff hopes are done.
No, Purdy, and I'll tell you how the New York Jets can make the playoffs and still make a run, if barring no further injury, with the defense still intact, 2 solid running backs in Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, awesome receiver in Garrett Wilson. Let me tell you, this going to hurt you. This going to pain you when I tell you this. But the Jets need to get on the phone right now, call the Miami Dolphins, and say we want Mike White traded back. He's familiar with the locker room. He's familiar with the coaching staff. The offense that Hackett runs is not...
Let me ask you one question. What bad rum you drinking?
No,
you really thinking this is just a little hypothetical scenario that you just control it as for conversation purposes' sake? Because you can't be serious.
Well, obviously, if they're looking for a backup,
Brady could be from the Miami Dolphins.
Brady
is never going to help the Jets.
That's fine, Brady, but just entertain me. Brady,
all right,
done.
I'm hearing Geno Smith name called.
Brady, done. Okay.
I know Brady done. No, not Brady.
Matt Ryan.
I'm hearing Geno Smith.
Why would Seattle trade him and they just gave him a contract?
That's the point. But you know, maybe what the Jets can offer.
No. Listen.
Because you know Green Bay now loses the number 1 pick.
Why?
Because he had to take 65% of the team snaps in order for them to get the number 1 pick. If he took less than 65% of the team snaps, that diverts to a number 2 pick.
Oh, well, they got a number 2.
Yeah.
You look at some of the other, Cam Newton, not an option. You look around the league. There's 2 names that jumped out that I said they should make a trade for, because both of these quarterbacks are smart. They could pick up the offense, and they can do well in New York. One was Mike White, because you guys, I think, did a good job sniping him in free agency.
Yeah, so that won't happen. Put that out there.
But the reason why I say it's a possibility, just entertain me, Pearly. You guys still got Skylar Thompson, and you all were very high on him. He's got some seasoning under him now. He can do a backup job. If you all could get a 3rd-round pick out of necessity right now for Mike White, you all should take it.
If the shoe was in the other foot, would Dallas pull the trade off with Philadelphia?
Sorry. If we had an ex-quarterback in Philly, it's not, I mean, if say Cooper Rush was the backup, the way Howie Roseman goes in Philly, you darn Skippy, there'd be a trade. He'd trade his mom for a bag of Doritos and a draft pick.
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys should look at sending Cooper Rush to the Jets. That's not a bad move.
Because we got Trey Lance, so that might be something. That may be something. But the other name, Gardner Minshew, backup in Philadelphia. Proven starter in Jacksonville. Backup to Jalen Hurts. He's not going to get any burn. He's only there for injury purposes. Get some draft picks for him. You send him to the Jets. He steps right in. Minshew Mania.
A 7th-round draft pick.
Minshew Mania rides again.
You ain't gonna get nothing higher than a 6, maybe a 5, the most.
But guess what? That's the position the Jets are in right now to salvage the season, because Zach Wilson is not the answer, my brother.
No matter who they get, won't be the answer.
Now, I'll tell you what. To develop a quarterback takes time. You go through the off-season workouts, all of that, the training, the learning of the offense, the film, all of that. There's a lot that goes into playing quarterback in the NFL. And that's in the off-season just to get you ready for the season. So to bring somebody off the street or from another team and incorporate them in it, it's going to take a lot. That's why I said the smoother transition might have been...
Even bringing Mike White in is not because remember now the Jets changed his whole offense all for Aaron Rodgers.
I get that, but everybody else in the building he's familiar with, and he's a smart guy. You and I both know he's one of the smartest guys in the league. Tested very high coming out of Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken, and because we drafted him in the 5th round, he was a Cowboy first. I don't know why. Here we go, another great move by Stephen Jones. But anyway, that's another story for another day. That might be the option simply because of familiarity with everybody else in the building and Salah and the defense and everything else. And they won some games with him last year. And I think Hackett can make the offense vanilla enough for him to be successful. Let's go to the phone lines real quick, Pearly. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, what's happening, Naughty? What's happening, Curly?
Hey, what's going on, Mystery?
Hey, what's up?
What's your say on the Jets situation there? What's your take?
Listen, I just hope you see what the Jets can put on y'all next week.
Listen, we having a serious conversation right now, Mystery. You could call me Thursday with the garbage and the BS. We talking Aaron Rodgers right now.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers is a disgrace, man. He too old. He needs to go into retirement. He needs to go into retirement. He needs to just go and walk into the sunlight and enjoy his money and just go coach some high school team like what the boy name? What the fella name?
Trent Dilfer? No, Trent Dilfer coaches college now.
Who the fella who coaching the Colorado team in college?
Oh, Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, yeah, he needs to go coach, man, because he ain't ready for that. This is too much for him.
Yeah, Rodgers, I think, is finished. You know, as of last night, I think that career is done.
Yeah. They put up all their high hopes in him. Those fans put up all their high hopes in him and everything. And I mean, that was the talk of the off season. Aaron Rodgers. And the first possession, this boy going down? Come on, man.
Fourth, actually, but yeah.
Huh?
Fourth.
No, but that could happen to anybody. That could happen.
It kind of went snap, crackle, and pop. Yeah, those four.
Yeah, that can't happen to anybody, Pearly. That can't happen to anybody.
No.
Snap, crackle, and pop is correct.
It has happened to plenty.
No. Mystery in all fairness, it's happened to plenty of players and a lot younger players. J.K. Dobbins the day before on Sunday in Baltimore. Injured right there, and it wasn't an extraordinary tackle. It wasn't nothing out of the way. He wasn't blown up. He wasn't taken down in a crazy fashion.
No, but Aaron Rodgers' situation. This is totally different. This is totally different. Aaron Rodgers' situation was blown up in the off season, going over to the Jets.
Yeah, I get
high expectations.
Yeah.
No, I get all
high
that.
expectations.
Now,
and that was a letdown.
Now, let me ask you this. And I get Pearly's take on it. A hard no, because they're a division rival. But would you entertain the Dolphins trading backup quarterback Mike White, who's a former Jet, familiar with the facility, familiar with the organization, for a quality enough draft pick? Or you say, forget it, keep him?
Trading who?
Mike White, your backup quarterback.
Yes, let him go.
You got to be joking. You drink bad rum too. I'm not giving no team an opportunity who I have to play twice to beat me. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry.
I'm down with the draft pick. Let him go. Yes.
Listen to me carefully. You lost your quarterback. Your quarterback hurt. Too bad, too sad. I'm not sending you a quarterback in order for you to come and beat me next week or the week after. No. Because you bring in Mike White. No. Go get someone else. I have him. That's my backup quarterback. Go get someone else.
And that you know, have every right to say that, you know.
That's the bottom line.
Organizations have every right to say it.
No GM in worth his salt will do that. Why would I do that? What sense that make for the Dolphins to send Mike White to the Jets for him to be the starting quarterback next week, and then you look they beat us? Nobody.
How they can beat us, my brother? They can't beat us. They could beat Dallas. They can't beat us.
Aaron Rodgers went down yesterday, and you talk about
no. They could beat Dallas. They can't beat us. Hey, Naughty.
Yeah.
Naughty, I will make a bet with you though, Naughty. Next week, I will make a bet. Listen, I want you to listen to this. If and when the Jets beat the Cowboys next week, you tell the audience what you ate to make you get poisoned and sick. You tell the audience.
No, because you and I know that you and I will never make another bet because you still owe me for a bet that you squelching out on now.
You ain't make yourself available. You need to make yourself available.
And pay
so me and Pearly could go in Rawson Square and wear whatever you want us to wear. Make yourself available.
Listen,
no problem.
You've been MIA so long. I softened it a little bit. All you got to do is come in here, put the jersey on, and take it with the Guardian Radio studio backdrop. Pearlie's done it already.
I'm ready for that. I know we lost. I admit we lost. I know that. And I'm willing to pay that bet. I ain't got no problem with that. What I want you to do, though, next week, when the Jets beat y'all, I want you to tell your audience.
I told you yesterday, Stu Fish. I told you, Stu Fish. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Now come pay your bet. Now come pay your bet.
No, but you said you wasn't gonna say yesterday when I asked you. You can't say.
No, we weren't gonna divulge. It's too deep. You know, I got good sponsors, and it was none of my sponsors. That's what I was trying to say.
I'm gonna be in studio with Naughty tomorrow at 5. Why don't you come pay the bet tomorrow?
Huh?
I'm gonna be in studio. I'm gonna be in the studio with Naughty tomorrow at 5. Why don't you come and pay the bet tomorrow at 5?
Huh?
Huh? You see that, Bernie? Huh? Huh? I can tell you by that answer, I know what political party you ride with. But anyway, I can leave that alone. Huh?
Y'all have a good one.
You too, brother.
Naughty.
Bernie, you see? It's Dolphins like him.
You know what I find very amazing? Your friend from Kansas City has really been MIA.
Now, listen, I do want to let you know that, with all due respect, that the Big Chief is president of the Pharmaceutical Association within the region, travels for that, all right? And he's a traveling man as well, ranking.
Okay.
So I'm going to lean on the side of busy schedule.
Okay.
Because I don't feel he got any mystery dolphin to him. We know what time it is with mystery. Huh?
I think I thought he would have been calling today, considering that they signed Chris Jones, you see?
Oh, Chris Jones, they in Chris today. I heard the rumblings early, but then I got tied up doing some things. So Jones is re-signed with Kansas City?
1-year deal.
Yeah, but that's what an opening night loss to the Lions will do to you real quick.
Yeah.
Let's shore up that defense. Because Mahomes got some work to do on offense.
I thought the defense did pretty cool and held its own.
They did a good job, all things considered. Spagnuolo did a great job with that defense.
I thought he did. I just think that they actually miss Kelsey. Oh.
And he'll be back this week, too.
The kid named Perry from Kansas City, you drop all them balls, right?
You mean Kadarius Toney, not Perry.
Tony, whatever his name is. I see, because he can't catch. I don't remember his name. Anyway, he deleted his Twitter account because, the Kansas City fans.
They laid right into him, right? It wasn't the Kansas City fans. It was Detroit fans, too. He was talking about how he's going to kill punks and all kind of stuff.
So all of a sudden, he's back up, and he's there berating the San Francisco Giant fans. Because, he played for not San Francisco. He played, I'm thinking about the Giants. He played for the New York
Giants, correct.
So now he was dogging New York.
From the 40 burger we laid on him.
Man, Stephen A. Smith tell him, don't do it. You dropped 3 balls. You drop, and they had the highlights, and you drop all these balls, and you got the audacity to talk to the Giants. Kept some balls for you,
Yeah, Stephen A. and Shannon, boy, I don't know, Pearl. Look like, I hate to say it, because, I don't like Skip. But Skip got something going with Keyshawn, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn, and Richard Sherman,
Yeah, but it ain't touching Stephen A. show. It ain't touching. I thought I listened to you and you scared me that day, so I started listening to the two.
Give it some time, Pearly. Give it some time, Pearly. I'm telling you, give it some time.
Yeah, but that only good for the football season. When the football season over, they gone.
Yeah, that's true. But Key probably will hang around. Keyshawn good enough to hang around all year round. But
Stephen A. even got his own show now from 4 to 5 on Dingham.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else too. Stephen A. smart, because 3 weeks already in, Shannon's still saying Skip. Something wrong.
Yeah. He said that they skipped, and he catches himself. He bang his hand on the table.
And nobody can
calm down, man.
Tell me, because
7 years you worked with him. You worked with him 7 years. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, but no. Stephen A. got to stop taking up now. You 3 weeks in. But I've moved from good station to good station in this country. I've been blessed. You think I can mess up any call letters when I come from A to B?
No, he ain't mess up the call letters. He doesn't mess up his co-partners.
Well, that's the same thing, though, Pearly. I ain't going to come here on Guardian and call the old place and keep calling it 4 or 5 weeks in. I just saying.
You're gonna call my name a couple of times. I'm pretty certain of that.
I really want to say something, but be on radio. And when I pass your area today, I'll let you know.
I'm sure you would. But I had to slip that in before you got a chance to slip it in.
Oh, Lord. No, but I back to Rogers, though. I think New York's got to weigh its options. The defense is going to keep them in a lot of games, Purdy.
The Jets, yeah.
Now, I'll tell you something else. Here's what I got a problem with from last night's game. Sad situation for Rogers and the Jets fans. I feel for Rich Eisen. I feel for Greenberg. You know what I mean? But I can be honest with you. Buffalo is highly overrated. And I will tell you something right now. The hypocrisy of the racist media in America galls me. Because if that Dakota Rain Prescott had 3 interceptions and a fumble in a game that you were up 13-0 and lost in overtime, do you know the crucifixion that would be going on today with one Dak Prescott?
Yeah, but I think the fact
now
that
Allen throws 3 boo-boo interceptions and the fumble, and they still defending him. They still sliding in potential MVP candidate. Where?
No. You see why I like Stephen A. Smith? Because Stephen A. Smith ate him right to pieces. Matter of fact, Stephen A. Smith says, "I'm telling you now, this is Miami Dolphins division.
It is.
Aaron Rodgers gone and Allen ain't ready.
It is.
So I gotta get. He didn't praise Allen. But I think the fact that Aaron Rodgers got hurt kind of overshadowed the bad play of Josh Allen.
Hold on a second. Listen, let me tell you. Listen to me. Let me tell you how mystery this carry on, buddy.
What mystery do now?
He texts me back. Hey, Naughty, you need that guy, the last caller from a few minutes ago, for a co-host. He sounds like how you and Pearlie used to be before you all turned into softies. How can not showing up to pay a bet be more softer than that, more gelatinous than that?
Oh, mystery. You're losing me, mystery. You're losing me.
I mean, come on, man, mystery, man. And if it ain't you, whatever minion you put up to send this is another proof of your Dolphin fans. Pearlie, not Pearlie in this instance. But there are some Dolphin fans like you that give Dolphin fans like Pearlie a bad name. Because you're like beer bottles, empty from the neck up. Now come pay your bet tomorrow.
That's funny.
I knew from we heard the second Pearlie, but that was could be, Jerry Roca, gone. Bush cracked. No, but
he got to go. He got to be in the gym that time, so he's not going to be able to make it.
I agree with Stephen A. though. That is your division to lose. Barring injury, that is your division to lose, Pearlie. Okay?
I think so. I agree.
And I'm going to give it another couple of weeks and see how the Cowboys continue to play and the Eagles continue to play and see who the dominant squad is in that division. Because I saw some flaws in Philadelphia. And what I saw was the coordinators missing. The offensive and defensive coordinators, respectively, that have gone on to be head coaches elsewhere. That's what's missing in Philadelphia. That was the glue. Sirianni ain't a ticket. Those were the guys holding Sirianni up. So there might be a red flag in coaching there. The Giants, I think, homeboy, whoever they play next week, they can win that game because they can beat somebody. They got to. 40-0.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play the Giants next week.
I agree.
I wouldn't. Washington is quietly going to be that annoying Washington team, the good defense and the pesky offense that stays around. NFC East barn injury, good division. Y'all went from one of the best divisions to your division to run away with it. Buffalo ain't ready. The Jets can't get it done without Rodgers. And New England, work in progress. But don't sleep on Belichick, though, because he's good enough to beat up on the Jets and Buffalo enough to try to get that wild card.
But wait, why are you one of these people? I don't think Belichick that good. We can see.
No, we can see. Purdy, until he continues to crash and burn, he's still got to... Okay, when Phil Jackson lost after the first three-peat, they still gave him a chance because of what he did, right? All right, he got another one. Don't sleep on Belichick because he's a Darth Sith Lord. He's part of the evil empire. If he was in Star Wars, he'd be a dark Jedi. You know what I mean? A Sith.
I got you.
So, I say that to say this. I think another great division this year in football that's going to be surprisingly good, and nobody sees it, is that NFC West. San Francisco, Seattle, I think they're still going to be in the conversation. And now, you have to look at the Rams. The Rams going to be pesky. McVay came back and found pieces to put in his offense that are working.
Yes, they did. They got a nice young wide receiver.
Two of them. Nakua from Penn State and Tutu Atwell. And when you bring Cooper Kupp back to that equation, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, even if there's deficiencies with the defense, that offense clicks. McVay will put up points. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
Stafford is healthy, too.
Stafford is a wash-up quarterback, so, you know.
And he's healthy this year. He said this is the first year I felt good in about 4 years. Like, just generally good. No ankle, no shoulder, no elbow, no rib, no. I feel good. So let's see how that goes. And guess what? They got a fourth-place schedule. And you know how I feel about the fourth-place schedule in the NFL. It turns pretenders from the year before into contenders the next year.
Yeah, that's true. You're very right.
So that's a division people need to look at. I also think that the NFC North is the Green Bay Packers division to win.
Let's wait to see.
Look, Minnesota is on the decline.
Let's don't put the cart before the horse.
Fine.
Yet.
Chicago needs some growing, some work.
Ain't that time for Chicago?
And who's the other team in that division? Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, and Detroit. Detroit and Chicago and Detroit and Green Bay are going to battle for that division title.
I really think it's going to be Minnesota and Detroit at the end of the day.
No, sir. I disagree strongly with that Minnesota. I think Minnesota's on that decline, Pearly.
They might be on the decline, but we'll see. We'll see.
They got a tough 6 weeks out of the gate, you know.
I'm not going to judge Green Bay by that beating they put on them, their Chicago team. I'm not going to judge.
All right. That's fine. Let me,
I'm realizing and I'm beginning to think that Justin Fields could be a bust.
Naughty and Purdy, what do you guys think about the Steelers, even though they lost the opener?
Purdy, they're done.
Purdy, go ahead, and then I'll follow up.
I think, like I said, the Steelers got a year or two away. The fact that they have a very good head coach, they're going to be in some games, and they're gonna probably upset one or two people here and there. I don't see them winning 8 games.
I think they're a year away, another draft away. I think they need to let Pickett go through the baptism under fire, let him and Pickett develop chemistry. Tomlin is a good coach. He'll have them tough on the defensive side of the football, but if you leave the defense on the field all day, eventually they're going to bend and break.
Yep.
So I think they're a year away. They need some more pieces here and there, but they have improved from last year. I think they'll take a step in the right direction. But again, I don't see them going over the hurdle and making the playoffs this year. I'm thinking if you say 8 and 9, I say maybe 9 and 8 best case scenario and no playoffs.
Best case scenario. But I'll give you that for best case scenario.
But I think they have potential for the future, especially with
no. I mean, if they keep that team
Pickett.
together, if it stays healthy, and knowing how well Pittsburgh drafts,
right?
They'll be back there probably, if not next year, to make a run for the playoffs next year, and maybe a deeper run the year after.
But you have to really look at all what's going on around the league too.
I was about to say that because a lot of these teams are really young and good teams. The Jets are a young team. The Dolphins are a relatively young team. The 49, the Cowboys got a bunch of young players, relatively young team. The Eagles are a young team. So there's a lot of young teams that are good.
Boy, Pearly, you put mouth on me, boy.
Like Tampa Bay when they won the championship. Brady, that was really an old team.
Right.
The Rams was an old team and they won the championship. These teams are young teams.
Listen. Oh boy, I was threw Mike White out there hypothetically. Some other people threw Mike White out there hypothetically, but what I'm seeing right now is absurd. And they're entertaining this. They're actually inquiring about Cooper Rush or Trey Lance availability.
I knew. I heard it. I didn't throw Cooper Rush out. I heard Cooper Rush. I didn't hear Trey Lance.
Both Rush and Lance.
They're going to knock on everybody's door asking.
I think they're still trying to salvage this season in some way, shape, or form.
And I'm willing to bet you if they give Dallas good enough offer, Dallas would part ways with Cooper Rush. I don't think you'd part ways with Trey Lance.
No, I think they made the investment in Trey. I think, yeah.
And if they do that, it will send a clear picture of what the Dallas Cowboys' plans are.
Texter, as far as the Kansas City update, we don't know where the Big Chief is. We'll get you an update on him. Chelsea is due back this week. He's back to practice, no swelling in the knee. So they looking for him to be a go this week. And, of course, Jones, Chris Jones just signed a contract today, correct, Pearly?
Yeah, but let me see. They said he agreed to a deal. Let me see if he signed yet.
All right. Now, we got a couple more minutes before we get out of here, Pearly, but I think, in all fairness, do you want to hear Rich Eisen spiel? You know he's a big Jet fan. Do you want to hear the whole meltdown about Aaron Rodgers? I think it's classic. Classic
That'd
Rich
be
Eisen.
fun. Oh, Cooper, Kaepernick's name has been coming up as well.
That can't. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, I think he threw his name out there to show he's interested.
No, he should have an opportunity. Don't get me wrong, because I think, he was blacklisted, no pun intended, out of that league for garbage. But at the end of the day, it's been a while. It's been a
His
while.
agent actually reached out to the Jets.
Yeah, and Rich is comparing last night to a bad New York horror movie. I really want to. There's 15 minutes though. I don't want to play that long a clip.
No, that's a little long.
That's a little long, but boy, I tell you, Rich was a little fired up. Let me see what let me see what Colin had to say about it. I'm sure Colin had a good take on it too. Yeah. Okay, this is a good take. Colin got a good little segment here, and he's talking about Rodgers and the Bills from last night. So let's see what Cowherd's take is. I'm sure that'll be quite interesting. All right, let's get to this break, Pearly. On the flip side of this break, we'll come back with our picks. We've got some baseball tonight, some WNBA, possibly a college game. I think no college game tonight. Thursday, we've got NFL, and then 2 games on Monday next week.
Yeah.
Why? 7:15 and 8 o'clock. Why don't you do 7:15 and then a late one? So you watch the early one and then you watch the late one.
Oh, they got 2 on the same time.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No, I got split screen, so don't bother me.
I know you go. You got split hair too. You went to sock. Anyway, that's a different story for another day.
Brilliant. That's just how smart I am.
Yeah, it just popped right out.
There's no WNBA today. The season over. Playoffs start on the weekend.
On the weekend? Okay, all right. I thought they might have been going through the week. All right, no problem. Good. So we got baseball tonight. We'll do those picks on the flip side of the break. All right, and we'll get you ready for the final 10. We're calling Cowherd as the Tuesday, September 12th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Creative Events and Marketing presents Becoming, a transformative women's empowerment summit that will take place on September 24 at the National Training Agency located on Gladstone Road at 3 p.m. Phenomenal speakers include DeQuessa Dean, Simone Bowe, Shirley Pinder, Marissa Mason-Smith, and Dr. Nyambi Campbell-Dean. Not to mention a flaunted fashion show segment hosted by Miss Phyllis Garraway. Tickets are $50 and can be purchased at the Nassau Guardian or Essence Med Spa, number 15 Bradley Street, Palmdale. Part proceeds will be donated to the Jenny Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group.
For many people, a breast cancer diagnosis can feel like a battle they're facing alone. But we're all in this together because breast cancer patients are our mothers, sisters, daughters, our friends. Women need to be assured that they have access to the screening they need and the support they deserve because every woman matters. Every story is powerful. Every voice makes a difference. Join Guardian Media Group as we pink up the month of October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Show your support. Place your ad. Give your story, your voice in the Nassau Guardian, Star 106 Hits, Guardian Radio, or Hot 91. For more information, contact your account executive or call 302-2300. Join Guardian Media as we motivate our community by supporting a powerful cause and raising awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month this October.
Ready to experience a classic Dunkin' Donut as the ultimate coffee delight? The new Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte is the perfect balance of sweetness and indulgence. Savor freshly brewed bold espresso, creamy milk, rich dark chocolate and vanilla flavors, all topped with whipped cream and drizzled with chocolate. Available hot or iced. The Dunkin' Boston Cream Latte has the taste sensation to make your heart sing. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Put your best foot forward this school year by shopping at John's for your back-to-school foot care needs. From toddlers to college students, have your child looking smart in a pair of Hush Puppies, Sperry, Easy Strider brand styles, and many more. Durable and sharp, the kids will step with confidence all year. Need socks and a belt? We've got you covered. And don't forget a new backpack and lunch containers. You can find all this and more at the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street and Carmichael Road. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Too many debt bills? Overdue on loan payments? Improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Shrink your debt payments with a debt consolidation loan and built-in savings that pays you 5% interest. Call 823-4374.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, September 12th edition of Talking Heads. Mr. Bruce, you got it, right? You got the final 10? All right, cool. Pearly, who you like in baseball tonight, man? And then we can get right into the final 10.
Well, definitely I give it my Dodgers tonight. They get beat last night, but I saw that coming because the rookie Galvin. So we got, first of all, we got all our players, all our starting lineup out, and including maybe Kershaw. So we just playing a bunch of rookies, and this dude we get. So it's going to be a rough shot, but I'm comfortable. I got the Dodgers over the Padres tonight. I got the Orioles over the Cardinals tonight. I got the Braves over the Phillies tonight. They split a doubleheader yesterday, so I think the Braves will take them tonight. And Fried pitching tonight, so that's like lights out. And I got the Mets over the Diamondbacks. The Mets should have beat the Diamondbacks last night. And I got the Yankees sweeping the doubleheader of the Red Sox today.
All right.
And I got the Brewers beating the Marlins.
And you can always play it at the Island Game. Simply log on to theislandgame.com. Check out the sports book. All the options to play, all the ways to play. All right? And win.
I want to give Eddie notice. I never played the first week because I like to watch and sit back and see. Tell him start getting ready to draw up those ownership papers starting Sunday.
Oh, you slunk on the first week. I
always sit back and
not
get
me.
a feel for things.
Not me.
I
had to go collect.
I got 3. I would have missed.
Texter, Naughty, Pearly, you guys don't talk about UFC, boxing, kickboxing, judo, etc. Yeah, we talk about boxing. We talk about UFC. I can't say I talk about kickboxing or judo. I'll talk about judo locally.
If you want to talk about the
but if you want to, no, stop.
On Saturday.
Texter, I don't want to talk about the cut hip that Izzy got on Saturday because Izzy didn't show up.
He did not show up.
He did not show up, and he'll come back in a rematch and he'll destroy him.
He probably will, because guess what? Izzy looked like how Joe Frazier looked when Ali was finished with him after the 71 fight in Madison Square Gardens.
But I can take your word for it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you might know that. But it was swollen. He had warts on his eyes. He was swollen.
No, but hold on. You didn't see Izzy post-fight, Pearly. Izzy was clean, buddy. Smooth after the fight. Man, he was done clean, ready to go. Gave your boy credit. Said the better man on this night won. I'll be back. Let's do it again. I'll execute my rematch clause. So when he said that, I knew what time it is. He going right back to the gym, and he coming back to half kill this boy the next time they fight.
You can take him more serious because the guy took Izzy out of his element. And he did a more straight up and down stand-up boxing match as opposed to
no, it wasn't even that, Pearly. He got in Izzy's head. Izzy gets in everybody else's head talking fool. And this corny, for lack of a better word, white boy American with the Crocodile Dundee hat talked the most smack and made fun of him for liking anime characters and being on TikTok. And he poked the right buttons. Second go round, I don't think it'll happen. Now,
I don't think Izzy looked that bad because I got Izzy pound for pound one of the best in the world. So
now, Texter, if you want to talk boxing, I'll be honest with you. I think that the next person that Bud Crawford needs to fight to really secure his dominance or have it checked is Jaron Ennis.
Yes.
32-0, skills galore.
But 28 knockouts, or 27,
yeah.
I can't remember.
28.
28, okay.
Excuse me, and power in both hands. Anyway, I digress, Pearly. I'm getting the sign from Mr. Producer. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, you know what's coming. Rich Eisen taking us home. The whole fallout from New York last night. His take on everything Aaron Rodgers and the Bills. Because the Bills are extremely overrated. I don't think they might be 9-8 this year too, Pearly.
That's the possibility because I feel that we can sweep them.
Yes, sir. Anyhow, good stuff as always. Go enjoy your air fryer. We'll talk tomorrow, my brother.
Take time, my brother. I'm actually going to go bake a cake in the air fryer tonight.
That's wonderful. Go bake 2 cakes. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, take care. Later.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Get the flavor explosion that'll satisfy all your bacon cravings. The KFC Sweet and Smoky Bacon Sandwich from the Fried Chicken Experts features 2 crispy strips of bacon on a premium 100% white meat chicken filet, layered with 2 slices of cheese, smoky chipotle mayo, and our secret surprise, sweet bacon jam, all stacked on a buttery brioche bun. Experience the sweet and smoky explosion today, as it's here for a limited time. KFC Sweet and Smoky Bacon Sandwich. It's finger-licking good.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. Buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Want to reach your Grand Bahama customers? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Nassau Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
It was a wonderful win for the Jets. It really was. And it's the last week they're probably going to be in first place. When you look at that schedule and that O-line and now Zach Wilson, that's 4th place. Listen, Aaron and that offensive line, you, I, everybody. Didn't we say, God, if they can go 3-3 through the first 6, you got a new coach, a new city, a new culture, a new O-line. You don't know about your tackles. Aaron Rodgers, we thought, was 6-6. Now it's Zach Wilson at Dallas's defense. Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Belichick at Denver. Aaron was always the difference with this team between 7 wins and potentially 11 or 12. I've had coaches tell me this, that a great quarterback actually makes your defense even better because they feel all they have to do is make a stop and get the ball to the Hall of Famer. Michael Vick had that relevance and that ability. He was in Atlanta. Players felt like just give Michael the ball. He'll make something happen. And that was Aaron Rodgers. It's a gutting loss. But he had 3 dropbacks last night and had to move for all of them and got hurt for the last one. Robert Saleh deserves major props. The Jets defense was amazing. It looks even better this year. They were optimistic, never lost energy despite the injury. They still had plenty of fight left. On the field a lot. It never tired. And Zach Wilson didn't lose you the game. I never want to overreact to 1 week in the NFL, but after 1 week, I look at the Jets division and 4 things are true. Miami's offense, maybe the best in the league. Buffalo still has a better quarterback and a better overall roster. The Patriots are going to be a tough out. And the Jets needed Aaron Rodgers to get to the playoffs. They just do. It stinks. It's a great win. It's not going to be a great season. We've said this. With older quarterbacks, offensive lines are even more crucial. When the Rams' Matt Stafford had a good one, he won a Super Bowl. Last year, they had injuries. He got hurt. Tom Brady to Tampa. First move, get me a right tackle. They draft Tristan Wirfs. Get me Gronk, a great blocking tight end. I did not have the Jets in the playoffs before the season started. Virtually everybody else did. I bought into the hype train a little because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the most gifted throwers I've ever seen. Maybe first or second best. Dan Marino's up there as well. But this team needed Aaron. Defenses can only be on the field so long. I looked at the Jets' schedule this morning, and remember, last night was the healthiest the Jets' O-line is. What if they have an injury? Mekhi Becton can't stay healthy. Dwayne Brown is 38 years old. So last night was the best of the offensive line. But if you look at the schedule, with Aaron Rodgers, there is only one game on it. They would have been the Jets at a quarterback deficit. That's Mahomes. But it looks like to me Josh Allen's regressed. I'd take Aaron over Josh. I'd take Aaron over Russell Wilson. Look at the schedule. In every game but one, you could argue the Jets would have the best defense on the field and the better quarterback. With Zach Wilson, not trying to be mean, but they will be at a quarterback deficit in 13 of the 16 games. How long can you ask your defense to save the team? Listen, two things can be true. It was a gutty, impressive win, and it will not be a great season. Aaron Rodgers was the difference between 7 and 11 wins. I don't think there's a single NFL player, not one, that misses a coach more than Josh Allen misses his former offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. Since Brian Daboll became the head coach of the New York Giants, Josh Allen, from that moment until tonight, has 20 picks and 7 fumbles and leads the NFL in giveaways. His mechanics are worse. He's had drama with his star receiver, and he still won't slide. I didn't like what I saw last night. And I understand with Allen's size and athletic ability and his talent, I'm not asking for perfection. Okay, this is not a guy that needs to go, 28 of 34. It's not what I'm looking for. But he is a heavyweight fighter, and he has lost his corner man. Mike Tyson was never the same once he lost Cus D'Amato. And people would argue Tiger Woods was never the same when he lost his swing coach, Butch Harmon. It doesn't matter if you're a magnificent singing talent. You'll notice in Hollywood the best actors often lean and work with the same directors over and over and over. Josh Allen misses Brian Daboll. Last night, these numbers are weird and shocking. 0 for 5 on passes over 20 yards, 2 picks, and a 0-0 passer rating. Tiger was never the same without Butch. Mike was never the same without Cus D'Amato. 3 years ago, we looked at the best quarterbacks in the league, and I think all of us would agree it was Mahomes 1 and Josh Allen 2. But when Mahomes goes off the rails mechanically, and he does about once a year, Andy Reid brings him back home. When Josh Allen goes off the rails, and he's there right now, Buffalo's got a defensive head coach and a defensive-minded culture. They still can't get their O-line right. It's like Steph Curry. Steph Curry, if you've watched him, we have and we love him. He's J-Mac's favorite player and probably mine. Will have these stretches where he gets really loose with the basketball. And then Steve Kerr, bring it back home. Let's reel it back in. Let's go back to basics. The greatest talents need somebody in the sidecar. A man, a woman, a trainer, support, whatever it is. Josh Allen misses Brian Daboll. That is not to say that Ken Dorsey's not a good coach, but there are certain relationships in the NFL. Matt Ryan, Kyle Shanahan, it was magic. Matt Ryan's still good without him, had great years without him, but he was better with Kyle. Creative, mega talents, sometimes they go off the rails. I love Lady Gaga. The meat dress moment, it's like, let's reel it back in. A little too far out there. But I feel like when I watch Josh Allen, he's not the same quarterback as I felt his last game with Brian Daboll. mechanics, won't slide, deep ball, not as good, impatient, not as accurate. Ball last night, one of the interceptions, two were just brilliant plays. One of them was just, it's like he threw it to the safety. That night was so many different things. It was hype and optimism. It was fantastic. There were so many great emotional moments right before the injury. And then in the injury, you're basically praying, crossing your fingers. Okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I immediately ran to the Jets schedule. I go online. Okay, they'll lose to Dallas. They'll hang with Kansas City. They can beat Denver. And then Robert Saleh after. It's bad news. And this morning, Aaron Rodgers is officially out for the year. This can still have a happy ending. It's not going to be in the next 8 to 9 months, but it still can end well. Our fingers that it does.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.
Let's start today's